First, before we get started today, I wanted to say hi to Joseph. I have been having just a crazy, stupid, terrible, not good day. Been running some errands. Google is trying to, I think, screw me over once again. And I had an order issue for Joseph. And I called him, kind of rambled in a voicemail. I was just in the midst of frustration, and Joseph called me back. And we had a good conversation about cheese curds. What else did we talk about? Trying new cigars, all kinds of stuff. And I texted my wife, man, it was so, I had been texting her all day about how frustrating it was. And I said, I just got off the phone with Joseph. She knew who he was. Member of the Adventure Club, talking about cigars. And thank you for that phone call, Joseph. He watches these reviews. So there's people out there, there's real people out there that watch these things. Some of you, and Joseph said he liked watching what's coming in the Adventure Club, the shorts. He said he liked watching the cigar reviews. And if that's you, if you're watching, there's other people out there, that weirdos that like watching me on your computer screens or on your phones. No, this is a real thing. I'm a real person, and we're gonna smoke real cigars made by real people and all that kind of stuff. And I told my wife, there's one thing that I wanted to do. I wanted to do something fun, have a cigar, and I don't know, maybe play some video games or something fun tonight. And we're gonna do a couple of those things right now. Hey guys, I'm Ellery Wells from the best place to find and rate where to smoke cigars, and CigarScore Lounge, the best place to buy your cigars. We have videos on Rumble. All of them are on Rumble. Most of them are on, no, some of them are on YouTube. And I am a real person with real feelings and real interests and all those other things. There's no AI here. We don't make cigar recommendations based on AI, although there might be some interesting AI commentary that we could do, like best cigars or anything like that. Let me know what you think about that in the comment section below. Like, should we do anything with AI? Should we address it? Should we ignore it? Should we do any content about what AI says about cigars or what they might suggest? I don't know. I haven't done it yet. Kind of be curious, but you know, not a ton, because cigars are a human thing. Today we're going to smoke the Fratello POCAHONTAS. And this says it's a Toro, but these aren't. I'm pretty sure these are Robustos. But we got these in, and the cellophane was torn. These were opened up and done some quality control on them, and my guess is they were tested for humidity and all that other stuff. But Fratello, if you've watched the channel for a long time, you know Fratello makes some of my favorite cigars, and I just did a blind cigar review of a Fratello, one of my favorites, and it was just okay after it had been sitting and resting for a couple years. Very interesting. We're going to do the Fratello POCAHONTAS. Let me give you a close-up, then we're going to get it cut and lit. Okay, so I'm pretty sure this is not a Toro, this is a Robusto, but the label there, which again was torn, which, how could you have that on a Toro when it doesn't even fit, like right there? I don't know. But you can see Fratello POCAHONTAS. Does this say POCAHONTAS anywhere on it? No, not on the cigar itself, which is a little bit weird, Omar. But let's take it out here. If I remember correctly, this has a pretty interesting blend. But this is a blue cigar, or blue label, white and blue, Fratello. And it says Fratello cigars. It doesn't say POCAHONTAS anywhere. This, I guess, is part of the DMV selection, and it's something to have to do with around the Washington, D.C., Maryland, Virginia. Is that what DMV stands for? That's where Omar, I guess, is from. He's got a whole line of cigars that are focused on that part of the world, or that part of the United States. He's also got like the Texan and some of these others, but this is a limited edition. I didn't buy it because of the DMV. Honestly, I probably wouldn't have bought it because of that, but that's just kind of a personal thing. But this is a limited edition POCAHONTAS cigar, and there's a story about it. You can find that over at, I might read that to you if I think of it, but it's blue. Looks good. Medium and brown. I mean, it feels like a great cigar. And hopefully as we looked at it, The temperature and humidity and all that jazz has been verified for quality, and we have a great smoking experience. Let's go. All right, I feel like I've talked too much in this video already. Let's take off the foot band. It smells really good. Let's get the timer going here, and let's get it cut and lit. I don't remember the last time I washed my hands. Yes, it was today, and not that long ago, but I can't really smell, I can't really tell if that's like part of the soap that's still on my hands after hours, or if it's part of the cigar. But it's got a pleasant aroma. It's either my hands or the cigar. All right, now that the helicopter's gone, let's see, let me restart this timer here, because that was insane. Okay, now let's see what we got here. It's a very loose cold draw, very loose, like no resistance. Straw or snorkel. It's kind of woody though. Okay, the first puff didn't blow me away. I wasn't really all that impressed. The second puff though brought in something that was actually kind of interesting. There's very little resistance at this point. This is not a blind review. We all know exactly what this thing is. Okay, so here's what Fratello has to say about the Pocahontas. Tobacco was colonial Virginia's cash crop, fueling its growth and leaving an indelible mark on American history. This release for Fratello conveys the story of John Rolfe, his wife Pocahontas, the Powhatan people, and Virginia, binding the state's legacy to a leaf that changed the world. We have a full-bodied cigar, according to Fratello. It's not hitting me just yet that it's a full-bodied cigar, but okay. I don't think I got it lit properly there. Okay, even they have Vitola Robusto 5.5 by 54, but the label said Toro. Omar, somebody in quality control missed that. On the Fratello website, it says Robusto. You saw the sticker that said Toro. Okay, we have a full-bodied cigar, strength 5 out of 5 according to them. This is our Ecuadorian Habano wrapper, binder Nicaragua, filler tobaccos from the Dominican Republic, Colombia, and Nicaragua. They don't have a whole lot of information about this other than that, but I guess that covers all the bases. These are, it'll be on the card. I think these are ish. So flavors are good. It's a little bit dry. Now these were out of the humidor for a couple of days while they were traveling from UPS, and I didn't let them sit in my humidor. But don't worry. Cigars that we send out in the Adventure Club have been in my possession for at least a week, sometimes many weeks. I don't dislike it so far. The draw is tightening up a little bit in a good way, getting a little bit more resistance. Somebody likes smoking a cigar that's tight like a straw. It's lots of wood, hints of spice, hints of sweetness, some nice complexity going there. I think I really botched the light of this thing. That was totally on me, I guess. I can't really see. Okay, I'll be back to let you know how it's going with this Fratello Pocahontas Robusto. That's clearly what this is. 5.5 by 54 is right. Well, maybe their web designer is wrong. I don't know. It's a good cigar. I'm gonna call it a Robusto. I'll be right back to let you know how it's going. All right, I guess I really slowed down on this cigar because we are sitting at right now an hour and 43 minutes. Now, I did help bring in some groceries. I was playing Crimson Desert still. So maybe we got an extra 10 minutes of slowdown from that. So an hour and a half on a 5.5 by 54 Robusto, Toro, whatever. That's pretty good. So I mentioned the draw was very loose when I first cut the cigar. Like, I would much rather have a light draw than a tight draw. The equivalent of how loose this draw was, if it was tight, I wouldn't have been able to smoke it, and it would have just been a dog turd. So a loose draw is preferable to a tight draw. It did tighten up, and obviously I was able to not just blast through this cigar in 30 or 45 minutes. I also mentioned the flavors. The first few puffs were just kind of but I would say 5 minutes in, the cigar had those nice floral notes and richness. I actually really enjoyed this cigar. I am excited to smoke I think I grabbed one more from the box, so I've got 2 of these. The rest of these are going to go into the Adventure Club for the people that chose them. But this is another great cigar from Fratello. Now, I've talked about how I like generally most of what Fratello makes. It's like they make cigars for me. The Virginia, I don't think there was any Virginia tobacco in here, although this was a tribute to Virginia's heritage of tobacco. So that's, I don't think there was. So that's kind of an odd thing. We're gonna make a tribute to Virginia's heritage of tobacco, but not put any Virginian tobacco in there. I think honestly, Virginian tobacco mostly goes to cigarettes. I think that's where it is. You never hear about it. You hear about Connecticut. You hear about Pennsylvania, and occasionally, if you're Drew Estate, you hear about Florida tobacco, but you don't ever hear about Virginia tobacco. Anyway, I enjoyed this. It's got a lot of strength. We're going to put that down, call it an hour, 44 minutes. I'm going to give the Fratello POCAHONTAS Robusto a cigar score of 5. I really very much enjoyed this cigar. Just smoked it with water, had a great smoke time. It's about 14 bucks, I think. Check the card. You probably saw that when we scrolled by that. But I enjoyed this. This is the kind of stuff. This is Joseph. You and I are talking about this. This is what Joseph, when I really enjoy about the Adventure Club, is you get to try some new cigars. Over the last, let's say since 2018, or maybe it was 2019 when I signed up for a Cigar of the Month club, and since then, now maybe I'd call it one a year. I find one of my new absolute favorite cigars, the Almafuerte, the Sobremesa Brulee, the Foundation Tabernacle Havana Seed Connecticut, the Rocky Patel Edge 20th anniversary. All of those have come from a Cigar of the Month club. And I would say, yeah, at least one favorite of all time cigars come right out of a club. So check that out over at the Adventure Club. These are going out in the April of 26 box, so by the time you watch this video, that will have gone out already. If we have any singles left, you can find those over at, I believe this was, and with our club, the Adventure Club, you get more value in cigars than what you pay for the club, and you just might discover your next favorite cigar. So a cigar score of 5 for the Fratello POCAHONTAS. Thanks for watching. I'm Ellery Wells from the best place to find and rate where to smoke cigars. If you like this video, make sure you like and subscribe. Like the video, subscribe to our channel, whether you are on Rumble or Facebook or Instagram, where we post mostly shorts, or did I say YouTube? If you're on YouTube, make sure you're subscribed as well. Stick around. We got new videos coming out at 10 a.m. Central. Every Monday is generally the schedule. Sometimes we put things out on Friday as well. But I hope you have an amazing day, and as always, happy smoking.